Over to you, Sanjeev.
Thank you so much. Very good afternoon, all of you. And Namaskaram from the Government of Karnataka and the Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. On behalf of Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, I say gratitude and thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to be here. I think the previous presentation was so excited. I joined at the last moment, but it just gave me a goosebumps what these guys are doing in. The only request to the previous panel who was there, if they're listening somewhere, please add two more cities. You have added Mangalore and Bangalore. You need to add Mysore and Hubli in the colleges. And I'm going to assure you that you get a red carpet welcome when you reach to those cities. So please add those two cities. Whosoever listening, the last panel speakers, add them. But I also remember, sir, Arthur Clarke's statement when he said that, look, any sufficiently advanced technology is just like a magic. And you see the magic today. You've seen some magic in the yesteryears. Ladies and gentlemen, the next 3 years will be a fantastic journey of coming up innovations and magic through a technology piece in Karnataka. And the reason I say so is because the global hub of these startups is in Bangalore, the city. The city offers of around the second rank in the world in terms of the startups ecosystem. If this is what it is, then any touch that you pick up on a technology side, somebody from Bangalorean, somebody from Canadian would be executing some piece of the job in that technology. So it is touched by you in some way or the other. So for this effort of the journey that been taking place, can I request to feel proud and appreciate what have been done in the city of Karnataka in Bangalore? Because this motivates people like me. When you all just put up this clap, it just me to do more. So I find the positive energy coming back to me by saying so this. Thank you so much. ESDM is a segment which is very, very important for all of us. I think any segment of the industry you pick up, automobile, aerospace, defense, medtech, edutech, infrastructure, anything you pick it up, agri-tech, electronics is going to be part of that, very critical, like a heart and a soul. So it is hardware and a software is both becoming like a heart and soul of a body that's technology piece coming in front of you. We cannot miss this ESDM. The Make in India, the Digital India, the Startup India depends upon how the ESDM is going to structure in coming years. And there's a huge amount of thrust while looking at the problem statement of ESDM from the lens of India and the lens of Karnataka and the lens of the world as well. And the problem statement is that, do we have a talent? Do we have the real good talent in terms of providing those skill set for the ESDM sector to grow? Do you have a market which can enable us to get those connections between the entrepreneurs who is putting up a technology on ESDM? And so on and so forth, the problem statement keeps on going like the business problem statement which comes in place. What effort has put into place is by the government of Karnataka and all of us as an industry is to see how we can resolve and solve those problems today. So I'm very happy that Karnataka Digital Economy Mission is set up by the industry. I think Mr. B.V. Naidu must have used this statement last time. Okay? Okay. Okay, so Karnataka Digital Economy Mission is set up by the industry, for the industry, and supported by the government. Now, what does it mean is, government is sitting on the driving seat and making policies or initiatives doesn't make sense if it is not accepted by the industry. Let industry make those initiatives. Let industry be on the driver's seat and let government support those initiatives in full flesh. That's a turning story. So your story will definitely write something about this turning story as well someday. But what I'm trying to put together is that let us give an opportunity for industry to drive the strategies and initiatives in Karnataka. And that is what this organization, Karnataka Digital Economy Mission is. The chairman is from the industry, the board is from the industry, and entire support is from government of Karnataka to make it happen. The beauty here is that we have just drafted a startup policy as well. And you can imagine how many people contributed from this. Any guess to draft the policy? Okay, I give a bracket. Less than 10, less than 50, less than 100, okay, less than 500, Yeah, less than 1,000. Entire institutions of the academic institutions to startups to the TIE Global to the network of the industries from all segments participated as a stakeholder consultation to put up a policy. This policy then aims for driving the next wave of startups in this segment. What I'm trying to come out here is that if Bangalore is already on the map of being the largest global hub of R&D, Bangalore is on the hub of creating, huge amount of startup ecosystem. The industry is very excited here, and the ESDM segment is going to become the backbone for it. So, what is new things happening around? What we're trying to do is to put together a very cluster approach. So, for example, we have a Mysore cluster, we have a Mangalore cluster, and we have a Hubli cluster. Hubli and both the Mysore are thrusting for the ESDM segment growth. We have recently come up with saying that let's find out approximately 200 to 300 acres of land as classified in ESDM zone alone, with a lot of benefits going to in Mysore, in Hubli, and etc. So, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody is looking at an ESDM sector, you cannot miss Karnataka and you cannot miss Mysore, because that is going to be the buzzword for you. Second, I think the ESDM divided in two parts, the semicon and the systems. And if you see the semicon side, India is pretty good in terms of, especially Bangalore, 85 chip designing companies based out of Bangalore. Nowhere else you find this type of hub apart from the Silicon Valley, but nowhere else in the world where chip designing companies are here. But out of that, the entire piece is outside India. And this is a big problem statement that we need to address upon. Friends, I'm very happy, I can't take the names, but I'm very active discussion with two active players of ATMP facility to come up in Bangalore, in Karnataka. So this is again a charming one. How do you enable that? Is to create a multi-tenancy clean room facility as well. Recently, Government of India has approved a multi-tenancy clean room facility, which is coming up in Mysore. The reason of Mysore is because Mysore is an ESDM cluster. What you have in Mysore is roughly around 300 ESDM companies right now as on today, with from your PCB board manufacturers of world level, AT&S is there. Then you have other industries like EMS, and you have chip designing companies there in Mysore. Then you have the system design companies of MedTech, aerospace, defense, consumer electronics available there. And the brands like L&T, the brands like Schneider, the brands like Scanrays are available in this region itself. So we want to set up a multi-tenancy clean room in order to provide a capital cost going down to the industry by using the setting up their infrastructure. The deep tech, the heavy tech, or you say the most advanced technology required huge amount of capex. How can we reduce the burden of the industry by putting up a facility like multi-tenancy clean room? So that is coming up. I'm thankful to Government of India for approving that, and it's a budget of rupees 45 crores which has been approved now. And you will find in next few months, this facility start coming up in Mysore. These are turning points. But what about the skill set? So the VLSI design scheme, how much posts are available in the market space right now? More than 2,000 jobs are available for VLSI design. We don't have talented people in the country. We're starting up a program, again, industry on the driver's seat. And we are coming up with 200 people, trained people to be applied to the ESDM segment on a VLSI design. Driving seat industry, Triple ID is working on it to make a curriculum on it. Run it through a programmatic approach, deliver the best talent to the industry. I think this can be then scaled up. So what we can do is to find out the new ways of adopting in terms of the skill development and then trying to scale this up to see if the larger industry audience can include that. Having said this, if we make a product, you need to reach a global market. And if you want to reach a global market, you need to have adoption of global standards in your product design. The product design, understanding of the global standard is very less. So we need to teach our industry people in terms of what type of standards are available across the globe, across the domains, and across the products. Having teaching is not also sufficient. We need to handle them in terms of the product design to validate whether the product design is actually adopting the global standards or not. Even that is also not sufficient, because if we go for certification program, it's huge amount of cost goes up. So how do we reduce the burden of that? So we have set up a Lahiri facility in Mysore, which is a world-class advanced technology center for the testing facility, which is called as TIC, the testing, inspection, validation, and the certification at a zero profit cost. So the industry will leverage coming up, paying the operating margins cost, very low cost, an entire facility of advanced technologies available for them to go for testing the standard validations across the domains of products. These are initiatives, pretty good, but what happens to motivate the startups into the ESDM? So the story starts from here and ends from there is saying that if a startup is designing, there are benefits available for them from policy's perspective. But more important is these facilities like Lahari, the facilities like multi-clean room, the facilities of the other industry connect are available at zero cost. They need to just come and use it, pay later. You make revenue, pay later. Come on, use this facility by the startups. If you can use this, you can make a product design, you go to the market, you get revenue, India will earn its spell. Today we are around 14% of FDI comes to Karnataka. I'm pretty confident with the turning points of the ESDM and digital economy, we will be around 20% of FDIs in Karnataka alone. And that is what we should aim for. And if you're aiming for this, then the aim comes up is how the entire digital economy can be contributing more than 40% of the state GDP. Nowhere else a government can take a bold step and say, my economy will run on digital economy. And this is what the government is trying to put together, say, let's push this, let's work out the strategies, let's work with partnership in the industry and find out an answers for that. If there is a will, there is a way. If there is a friendship, there is a community. And if there is a community, ladies and gentlemen, there is a nation for us to build up. Join me with KDEM. Join my hands together with you. I invite you, just give me a call. Any problem statement on digital economy that you want to understand, you have a friend called Sanjeev, you have a friend, an entire team of KDEM welcome you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.